the 76ers will win the 2020 NBA championship. I'll put it out there right now on my first video. You can quote me, you can quote me, you can quote me, you can quote me. Well, I guess that's not going to happen, huh? This will be a very quick video. I honestly don't even feel like doing this, but we will because the show must go on. Okay, so since the bubble has started, the 76ers have been a small dumpster fire. Benjamin Simmons, our point guard, our point forward, our best defensive player, and our greatest playmaker on the team is out for the rest of the season and subsequently the playoffs. He's done kapooey. Brett Brown is doing his same old tango where he doesn't have a set rotation down. Because of that, we have been losing close games in the fourth quarter. And then our main man, Joel Embiid, is having ankle and hand problems. All of this occurring 1 week before the playoffs start. Not good. Not good at all. To be a Sixers fan, it's always something, bro. Before we continue the video, I have to give a big shout out to my friends who have been keeping me up to date on all the latest Sixers news, scores, highlights. Me as a Sixers fan would never know about these things happening if y'all didn't text me 24 hours a day making fun of me. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks. Alright, so I have a few points about the Sixers in the bubble. Let's get to it. Ben Simmons' injury is a big blow to our team. During the Washington Wizards game, he came down awkwardly, getting a rebound, and he dislocated his left knee. Apparently, somewhere in the knee broke. That fragment did his thing and went up his leg. What does this mean for the rest of our time in the bubble? It means we are pretty much screwed. Teams now have the ability to shoot the lights out against us with none of that defensive pressure on the exterior. Playmaking, we don't have many guards. In transition, he makes things happen. We are in trouble when we are looking for a stop on defense and when we get a defensive rebound and are pushing back towards our hoop. Okay, so with that out of the way, we can now talk about the team as a whole. This is honestly the same unpredictable and polarizing 76ers team. To this point in the bubble, the team has 3 wins and 4 losses. All of those 3 wins were against trash teams, and somehow we could barely even beat them each time. Like, what the hell? And those 4 losses was either 1, because our main starters didn't play, which is obviously forgivable, or they were just horrible losses. We are not going to delve into each specific game because that would take a long time, and I don't want to subject myself to those bummy box scores, but we will take a look at the Indiana Pacers game. Remember when I told you back in my other videos that the first game against the Indiana Pacers was going to give us an exact look and tell us who this 76ers team was? Boy, was I right.
You've got to find a way to get into the paint so you can free people up. That's a tough shot.
Guarded by Milton, has a mismatch as he goes inside, shoots it up and...
out there, and that's usually the best chance to get change.
Big run. 5:37 to play in the opening quarter, and
Took the ball from Milton.
that's the second time, and now Warren, he's back in.
Great pass. Really good pass. Got a more natural position to keep Ben Simmons on the floor.
Pacers back up by 6.
Oh, now that's a heat check.
Step back 3 by trailing after 3 quarters.
Finish him.
Here's a long 3.
Oh, yeah!
For 53!
Our 76ers ended up losing that game 127 to 121. Mind you, the Indiana Pacers played that game without 2 of their all-stars. Wait, is he even a... Hold up. Is Brogdon even an all-star? Give me a second. Is Malcolm Brogdon all-star? He's not an all-star. No, he is not an all-star. But anyway, the Pacers played without 2 of their starters in that game and also had an injured Victor Oladipo. While the Sixers were healthy and heavily armed with all our talent, and we somehow lost. Are you kidding me? I lied to you not. After witnessing that garbage, I really had a bad night. Couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. It was to the point where the next day I still had attitudes, man. Like, I was just mad the whole day. This is how much I care. This is literally how much I care. Where my whole days, how my feelings are centered around the success of this team. And apparently they don't care. They really do not care. Not only did the team still lack chemistry, we even had players fighting on the bench. On a nationally televised game, fighting on the bench. What? Not only was this loss very embarrassing, but it showed that the Sixers organization, team, coaches, players, everyone, GM too, Elson Brand, because he's not exempt from this, scolding, that they lied to us. They lied to us fans. Lied to us. Before entering the bubble, there was all this PR getting thrown out saying that the chemistry got better. Everyone was on the whole same page, and that people, actually understood their roles on the squad. BS. Shameless plug here. I was literally so disgusted that I took time out of my day to write a whole paragraph addressing the team and their mistakes. You can go check that out on the Ben and Joe Show Instagram page. Right there. That's quality. Bulls was dead ass hurt. I felt like a used thought. A damn cheap used thought is being used emotionally.
Stop simping.
I drank the Kool-Aid, and as a thank you for being a loyal fan, the team gave me a middle finger. Literally the team gave me a middle finger. Disrespectful. Now, to be fair, the Sixers would win their next 3 games, but all the final scores were closer than they needed to be, so it really didn't even matter. We all understood that nothing had changed. We will ultimately end the season in the 6th position in the Eastern Conference, pitting us against the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Trust the process. Correct. I want to take a look at the Suns game real quick. There are a lot of important nuggets that we can take away from it. Before I do, though, shout out to Devin Booker, D-Book. If you watched my last video, I was talking mad-ish, calling him one of the most overrated superstars in the NBA right now. And the Bull proved me wrong. The Phoenix Suns were the only undefeated squad within the bubble. So he shut me up. Respect, bro. Respect. So just a little bit of background info on the game. We would lose it 130 to 117, and our starters did not play that game. But I think it's important to look at the whole context of what the game showed. Phoenix, on the other hand, played their normal rotation, and we still kept them at bay until the 4th quarter. So what these 4 quarters confirm is that spacing is king in today's NBA.
Well, duh.
And no, we cannot try to defeat it with our own bully ball, big ball mentality. At least not during the regular season. This remark goes straight towards the Al Horford signing last offseason. I understand signing Al Horford to the Sixers was twofold. Actually, threefold. 1, Embiid insurance. Just in case the ball got hurt, Al Horford would be able to slide into his position and take up meaningful minutes. 2, removing Al Horford from the Celtics, because we all know he was a Joel Embiid killer. And 3, a playoff X factor that creates havoc on the defensive end and slows down the game. Once again, I understand all of that, and it makes sense when thinking critically about the signing. But what does it matter having a playoff X factor if each year we are going to end up with the 5th seed or lower because our slow offense cannot win games during the regular season, having us play harder teams? There's really no point. Al Horford needs to go in the offseason, and we need more spacing. If you want to see what a Ben and Joel team looks like with spacing, I implore you to look up the 2017-2018 76ers season highlights. Tell me they can't work together. But yeah, that's basically it. I have nothing else to say about this team. They have thoroughly pissed me off. Ben is already hurt. Everyone is still playing sporadically. It's whatever. I officially have no expectations for the Sixers the rest of the way. It's just that type of year. Congratulations, 76ers. You played yourself. So give me your thoughts on the Sixers bubble performance. What do you think? What would you like to see? Are you upset just like me that Ben is hurt forever? Do you want Brett Brown fired? What do you think of Joel? Just let me know in the comment section. Be sure to like and subscribe as well. A brother does appreciate it. Next video, I'll be making a Sixers playoff preview against the Celtics. So get ready for that. As always, them Bulls are mad because the process worked. My name is Cain, and God help the 76ers.